No, because you have bidding. After bids are won by companies, they negotiate.
Right.
So we took the risk.
But you said it.
Yeah, we took the risk.
No, you said
yes.
During the negotiations, it was clear that they could not pay the 20%.
No, I said we negotiated. They said they don't have the money to pay 20%. So I took the risk. We took the risk.
We'll come to the risk, Mr.
Yes.
Jah. The bottom line is what you said is what I am repeating.
Yes.
That at some point KMC could not pay the 20%. Is that a fact or not?
No. There was no time when KMC couldn't pay the 20%. In the negotiations, before signing this contract, KMC pleaded that because they have a lot of other things they are doing in the municipality,
yes,
it will be difficult for them to pay us the upfront 20%.
That's what I'm saying.
They said that, and we agreed with them.
No, Mr. Jah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
What you said is what I'm repeating.
Okay.
So if they negotiated with you,
yes,
that it will be difficult to pay 20%, it means they could not pay the 20%.
Yes. So the risk, that means that the risk mounted on my side.
Right. Right, I understand that.
Yes,
I understand that.
Yes.
I'm just trying to get the facts out.
Yes.
That the 20% could not be met by KMC.
Yes.
Right? And so what does that tell you? If the first payment could not be made, you would probably be investing, pre-financing $105 million. And the first payment of $24 million could not be met by the purchaser. What would that tell you as a contractor, Espace Motors? Is that a feasible business that you should get into?
I think my team was giving good reasons why at that point in time KMC couldn't do the 20%, but it didn't mean that.
What are these reasons? What were these reasons?
They had a lot of things, they were settling down, and they had a lot of things they were doing in the municipalities.
Right.
So they asked us whether we can go ahead with the project, and they are sure that they will be able to do their payments.
What is your
believe them.
What is your gut? No, yes. You just don't believe people in investment.
But it's my business.
No.
I have counsel. Let me explain to you.
Go ahead.
I have gone into this contract and used my trucks as a guarantee.
Yes.
So what that means is that if any point in time during the contract, KMC fails to pay me, I will just retrieve my trucks.
So yeah, don't say my trucks, my money.
Yes.
It's not your money.
At this point, when we signed, it's my money.
We have to get the facts out.
At this point, it was my money.
So just hear me out. I try to exercise patience, and I will exercise patience. But we operate based on what the law is.
Yes.
Ajib Bank is your bank in the local parlance.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Espace Motors is your business. Quantumness is your business.
Yes.
But in the eyes of the law, you have obligations.
Yes.
You have a duty of care to the customers that have their money in your bank.
Of course.
Is that not the case? There are regulations you must follow.
Of course.
So it's not just your money.
Yes.
These are monies that are invested in your bank.
Yes.
And so therefore you don't have the ultimate right to spend it anyhow you want.
No.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the idea of let's just say it makes sense. The commissioners are here and they will just write it down.
Yes.
You understand that? We just want to understand how it went.
Okay.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
So that when you invest $105 million, you are investing the people's money.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
$105
million that was given by Ajib. We will get to that. Ajib Bank loaned Espace Motors.
Yes.
Whose money is that?
It's Ajib Bank.
Yes.
Yes.
Who does Ajib Bank work for?
He works for me.
The people.
Yes.
The people.
But it's my investment.
It's your investment,
yes,
which there are people who have accounts in Ajib Bank, who have interest in Ajib Bank. Is that not the case?
That is why we secure the loans or the investments as we go into with Ajib.
You
That's
will
why
get
we
that.
secure it.
I'm just trying to tell you that even the central bank regulations, you have to be in conformity with certain banking regulations.
And
before
we are
you put
100% in conformity.
Yeah, we will get that. Mr. Jah, I'm just trying to outline that the monies that are invested could not have been invested at your own discretion anyhow,
yes,
because you, as Mohammed Jah, as the major shareholder, you are confined within regulations and rules.
That's true.
That's what we are saying.
Okay.
You and I know this, right? So now, when you took that risk,
yes,
KMC told you from the word go that the amount of 24 million or thereabout could not be paid because they have issues. They are starting newly, whatever the issues are. That in itself showed you that there is no guarantee that they can fund this project, correct? You agree with that?
Well, no, not really. I don't agree with that.
Okay, was there a guarantee from KMC?
There was no guarantee, but it doesn't mean that because you have not given me a guarantee at the beginning, the project will not be funded.
Okay, now as an investment business, Espace Motors in this case, what was the fallback on in the event KMC will break the contract because they could not pay? Because it's a possibility.
Yes, we would have retrieved the trucks we have given to them.
It would have depreciated in value.
Well, that's the risk we took. We are a business. We take risks.
So why would you take that risk? Tell us.
Well, I take different risks when I was going into businesses in other
case,
countries.
In this case, let's just
I'm just telling you that if you want to go into a business which there is no risk, I don't think you'll be there even first.
In this case,
yes,
in this particular case,
I took the risk like the way I take risks in all the other businesses.
Right. So if at all the money could not have been paid, you are going to get back the trucks and sell the trucks.
I was going to take back the trucks
at a depreciated value.
Yes, that's my risk.
That's the risk you took.
Yes.
Now, when you had the loan from Ajib Bank, do you know what Espace Motors, the process that they followed?
No, we don't have a loan with Ajib Bank.
Okay, tell us.
We have what we call musharaka. That is, we have a partnership agreement.
Right.
In establishing that partnership.
Do you have a copy here?
Yes, I think it was submitted to
Yes,
the
it was.
commission.
Yes,
I have a copy.
May I please see the copy? Yes.
Yes, so we have a partnership agreement where when we do a partnership together,
right,
60% of the profits. Remember, Ajib is completely different from conventional banks.
It's an Islamic bank.
Yes, conventional banks cannot do that.
Right.
Because Ajib runs on not interest, it runs on profit and loss.
Yes.
So when we have a project, we go to Ajib and say, this is the project we're dealing with, this is the client we're dealing with. Do you want us to go into partnership? If Ajib agrees, then we share the profits 60-40.
Yes.
Ajib takes 60, and then we take 40.
Right.
So it's not a loan, it's like a partnership agreement. Yes.
Okay.
And I know that Ajib has done it with a lot of clients in Gambia. Yes.
May I please see the partnership agreement you have? Places. Now, when KMC wanted a pre-financing, correct?
Yes, yes.
And Espace was willing to do the pre-financing. Now, at this time, Espace did not have the financial muscle to pre-finance on its own?
We don't normally do it. We don't know. In big projects like this, we try to partner with our partners.
The question is whether you had the financial muscle, Espace Motors itself, without the partners to pre-finance this, without the help of Ajib Bank.
We could have had the muscle, but we preferred going with Ajib.
So the accounts of Espace Motors at that time could have accommodated the pre-financing?
Yes, it could have accommodated it.
So why did you not pre-finance it then?
As I said, they normally prefer with this type of contracts to partner with partners.
Why is that?
It's just a mode of business.
But we want to know the convenience, because if Espace has to go to Ajib for any form of partnership financial support, when you have the money already, what would be the reason?
In business, you normally just always like to dilute your risk.
To dilute the risk. And what was the risk here?
The risk?
Yeah, that you were diluting. What was the risk here?
The risk of the client defaulting, for example, is one of the risks.
So there was a risk of the client defaulting?
Yes.
And so if the client defaulted, then you would have diluted the risk, right?
Yes, we would have at least shared the risk.
What do you do as a company to minimize, when you're dealing with a client, to minimize the avenue of default, the possibility of default? What would be incumbent on Espace Motors to do by way of due diligence to minimize that possibility of default?
Is to talk to the client and see whether their financial status will be able to accommodate the business you're going into it.
Good. And then how, if you talk to the client, what would the client give you or show you to be able to be convinced as a business that, yes, indeed, what they are saying, they can do it, and they will be able, if we invest 105 million, they will be able to pay it?
One of the things is they show us their income, the incomes they generate from the, from the communities, like, let's say, like for this. KMC, yes.
Okay, was that done?
Yes, it was done.
And how much was it that they were generating?
I will not know. As I said, I was not in the technical meetings, but I'm sure that my guys would have looked at that.
Yes, but you have given your consent for your guys to go ahead with the contract.
They give themselves, they look at the risks and the opportunities and take a decision.
There is no need to seek your consent about it?
From who?
From you, I mean, the Espace.
No, not really.
And why would they do that when it comes to the discount?
No, because the discount was a special discount in the sense that, for me, I saw that this project had a social dimension, and I need to make sure that that is also taken care of.
The idea of paying Espace Motors back is through the funds or the income raised or realized from the trucks, correct?
Well, generally, yes, from the trucks, yes.
Yes. Was that a very realistic expectation?
I would not know.
You would not know?
I would not know about that, yes.
Would you expect your team to know about that, to find out before they are convinced?
Yes, I expect them to look at how they would get their money back, yes.
Did they give you information as to how they expect to get the money back?
Well, they confirmed to me that they are sure that KMC will be able to pay within the 3 years.
Yes, but did they tell you how they think KMC will be able to pay in 3 years?
They don't necessarily have to go into details, but they just confirmed to me that they are sure that KMC will be able to do the payment within 3 years, 36 months.
So they didn't tell you how?
I didn't ask them.
You didn't ask them?
No.
Why was that?
Because I feel, as I said, I hire professionals to do the businesses which we run.
Even when they could not give you certainty of recovering $105 million?
Well, that will affect their performance, their targets and their performance. And if you do wrong decisions at the end of the day, I have the right to take you out of your
to fire
job.
you.
Yes.
So you risk you risk losing
a job. Or, yeah.
Yes, against $105 million, right? And it's okay. Now, the trucks we have heard from all the witnesses were supposed to be paying for this, right? This has been confirmed. That is the initial idea. That is why Espace Motors agreed to this. The trucks would work within these various wards, generate funds, and pay for this, correct?
Yes.
Good.
Well,
come again. Come, please, go.
I don't know whether that's... We signed, as I said,
yes.
The contract is signed between us and KMC, yes. And we were assured by KMC that we'll get their money.
Through
the way the trucks will work,
right.
With the wards and collect the money,
right.
Really, we were not into that. It was totally an internal matter with KMC.
For KMC.
Yes.
Now, Ajib Bank, when they were approving these funds for Espace, did you take part in this?
No.
In any way?
No.
You do not know as that the Ajib was going to give 105 million or thereabout to Espace Motors?
But I knew that they were going to give this to SS, but I didn't take... I'm just the chairman.
Right.
So when it comes to the board, and the board agrees,
right.
Then it sails through.
It goes through.
Yes, it goes through.
Now, when the bank was giving Espace Motors this fund, the bank needed to have a form of a guarantee that these funds would be recovered.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
that is expected?
Well, generally, no. You know, in Islamic banking, you take risk. These partnerships are risks, you know. So normally, when they do these agreements with other clients, like NAWEC, I know they've done it with a couple of clients.
Right.
They don't necessarily have to give them a guarantee. But for our part, because I am the chairman, and the party which is dealing with the bank is also one of my companies.
Yes.
I give the bank guarantee.
Right.
That is, I do that to just secure the depositors' funds, make sure that it's not at risk.
How did you do that?
By putting title deeds.
So that was done in this case?
Not particularly for this case. We have it long time.
But
remember, this is just one of the partnerships we've done in Egypt. So we already had that with them.
So you have had guarantees that were up and running prior to this case, prior to this purchase?
So the guarantees were projects, partnerships going on,
right.
Yes, running between us. But of course, as I said, that collateral was always there to guarantee that if there is a problem, you know, the bank can lean on those.
Do you have evidence of that? Can you produce?
The bank should have it.
Yes. Can you produce evidence of that?
Okay, I'll get them to send it to you. Yes, I can produce it.
All right. Now, there would be a reasonable expectation, right? By the bank, should they depart with its funds?
Yes.
Whether it is in the form of a company that they are affiliated with or not, there should be a form of due diligence to know that the amount that we are departing from, there is a reasonable expectation of recovering it.
Yes.
Whether it is an Islamic bank or the normal banking system.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Of course. Yes.
Because should the bank lose that amount, and then there's a problem in relation to the investments that were done by other investors, right? Now, what was the convincing part, the justification that was convincing enough to Ajib Bank to
the major one, counsel, is that Ajib, based on the partnerships they've got with us all the time, they know that when the business goes wrong, they don't lose.
Okay.
Because I have guarantees there to pay them.
Good.
You know, and I can say that none of the partnerships we've done have gone wrong.
Now, Ajib had gone after KMC for the payment of this money. You aware of this?
I'm not aware.
You're not aware of this.
Yeah.
So the recovery of this money was done by Ajib Bank, going after KMC to make sure KMC pays this money. But the agreement is between KMC and Espace Motors. So how do you explain this?
Well, I can understand, because remember, this is a partnership account where there is a risk of Ajib losing money, even though at the end of the day, we will pay them as a company.
Right.
But of course, it's a partnership. So that partnership, everybody does effort to recover money from clients.
Yes. But
whether it's
Go ahead.
Whether it's Ajib or QuantumNet.
Yes.
And the fact of the matter was, we were not dealing with another bank. We were Ajib was dealing also with KMC. The accounts of this joint venture was with Ajib.
Yes.
So, of course, they would naturally also put effort in recovering the money.
No, but the relationship was not between, we see Samba Fai. Let me read to you what Samba Fai said. The KMC first tried to work with Ajib. Ajib would not work with KMC in the manner in which they wanted. Ajib would rather work with Espace Motors, right? Yes. Whom they are more convenient with in relation to working, right? It says, the statement of the 12th of May 2020, and it was repeated in the hearing of Samba Fai. The second paragraph, in respect of the Malit project, it came when KMC wanted to close their accounts with Ajib. Then an agreement was made between the two parties. KMC wanted all the 19 ward trucks to apply for the loans to purchase the trucks, but we realized that the wards cannot apply for the loans. My responsibility as a relationship manager was only to process the CAM that entailed all the terms and conditions of the project, including the dynamic and terms of payment and the likes. The processed CAM was later sent to my boss, Usenu Ojalo, head of business development, for review and onward submission to the credit committee, with all heads of departments who will sit over the decision-making process, right? Now, as far as I know, all the credit committee declined the proposal because it was said not to be viable, very viable business for the bank. So the initial approach from KMC, as far as Samba Faye is concerned, who was in between the two institutions, working for the bank, said that it was rejected because the business was not very viable.
Well, I don't know. As I said, I'm not in this meeting, so I don't know whether what Samba said is in this. But what I can say is that the loan, they were trying to secure a loan. And if, for example, KMC says, I cannot give you any guarantee,
right,
that alone will make the credit committee not to approve the loan.
Yes.
So obviously, it's not because the business might not be viable.
Right.
You know, the fact that you're going into a contract with somebody with that amount of money and he tells you, I cannot give you a guarantee, then automatically, you know, the credit committee will decline the loan based on my banking experience.
No,
okay? So that is why KMC looked for another alternative other than taking a loan.
It is because there was no feasibility studies enough to give Ajib Bank an assurance that if they invest their money, they will recoup it in the usual way that KMC informed. That is that the trucks will work, charges will be levied, and then the money generated will be used to pay the money invested.
I'm not sure of that. But I'm just saying that from my simple banking knowledge,
right,
that based on the history of this project,
yes,
if KMC tells Ajib that they would not give them a guarantee, that's an automatic decline of the facility. I don't know whether there are other things, but I can tell you that that's basic.
But that's what we're saying.
Yes.
The interest of the bank is to make sure they safeguard their funds.
Of course.
Whoever they deal with.
Yes, I agree.
Whoever. Whether they're dealing with Espace Motors or any other affiliated business. The idea is the money has to be guaranteed.
Yes.
For payment.
Yes.
And so that the same reason why they declined. They declined to work with KMC. The terms and conditions of KMC never changed.
Yes.
It never changed.
Yes.
Even when they had the relationship with Espace Motors, the same intention they had that the trucks would finance this project, it never changed.
Yes.
So what was the convincing factor? Because Ajib Bank ended up accepting what they refused in the beginning.
Not really.
Of course.
No.
Why?
Because
what is different?
Ajib Bank did not go into the contract. Now, we went into the Quantum Net went into the contract with KMC,
right,
and came to Ajib as a partner in this project, but guaranteeing Ajib's investment. As I said, if there was default in the contract, Ajib would still have got their money. Because they have guarantees with Quantum Net.
But why would you get into a business to lose?
But there was no business to lose. We didn't lose.
But you rejected. No, you did not.
Ajib rejected it based on fundamental banking principle.
The same.
That doesn't translate to Quantum Net. Quantum Net is not a bank.
No, you are missing the point.
Yes.
Look, you have three parties here,
yes,
right? You have Ajib Bank, you have Espace, and you have KMC.
Yes, and each one is independent party.
Yes.
Each, yes.
Both are independent.
Yes.
Ajib is independent from Espace. I keep telling people, no matter how one person owns everything, they're still independent entities in the eyes of the law. The issue here is you have three parties,
yes,
right? And KMC first went to Ajib.
Yes. For a loan. For a loan.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Ajib said, no, because what you are selling to us, we don't think is viable enough. Because you do not place down certain guarantees or whatsoever to be able to get us to fall back.
Counsel,
yes.
Can I come in here?
Yes.
If you put it like that way, then I will tend to disagree.
Be at liberty.
Ajib rejected it based on the fact that KMC did not meet some of the basic requirements of getting a loan.
Which are?
One fundamental is guarantee.
That's what I'm saying.
They will not even look at, you see, when you bring a loan at that magnitude to a bank, if you don't agree on a guarantee, it doesn't even go further.
But that's what I'm
By
saying.
looking at, so that's what I'm saying. If you say viability, we saw viability. Ajib did not maybe even go into the viability of the project. They only looked at the fact that KMC couldn't give them a guarantee.
Mr. Jia, what is viability in business?
Is the viability for business to have a return is viable.
Yes. The possibility or the percentage that which you have to have a good turnover.
Can I say it other way around?
Yes.
Even if this business was viable,
Yes.
and Ajib was shown enough resources to pay them back.
Right.
If they don't give Ajib a guarantee,
Yes.
they will not do it.
I agree. We are on the same point.
Yes. Okay.
And you will realize at somewhere in the puzzle, there is still no guarantee, and someone took a huge risk,
Yes.
and there is still no guarantee, which you
Yes.
agreed with. That's what we are driving at here.
Yes.
You understand that? So for the investor or for the business, I want to know whether what I am investing my money in, there is a high chance of getting near certainty of getting my investment back.
Yes.
Not even the profit.
Yes.
First, the investment back.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that is the basis of Ajib rejecting the offer from KMC because there was no guarantee.
Yes. Not because it was not a viable project.
If there is no guarantee, there is no viability.
No.
You don't understand what I'm
I
saying?
don't agree with that.
Okay, let's leave
in
that.
business terms, I don't agree with that. Yes.
That's okay. Let's leave that.
Yes.
So, in this sense, because there is no guarantee,
Yes.
in Ajib's eyes, they could not be sure whether they can have their investment.
Yes. No,
But
they could not proceed even.
Yes, they would
Because
not,
if they know very well that if they bring that to the board, it will be rejected.
because they would not be able to have a certainty of securing their funds.
Yes, the guarantee, yes.
Yes, that's the same language we were speaking, Mr. Jha. Right?
I think the difference is what you added as the business is not viable.
Let's leave that for now,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Because when I say viable, it means that at the end of the day, the business will surely have turnover. Not that the business in itself is not a good idea or concept and there will be funds made, but that which is not sufficient enough to give Ajib its money back. If Ajib cannot be convinced that we have a guarantee.
Ajib its money back.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, that issue of the guarantee, right? KMC still did not change the rules.
Yes.
They didn't change their intention. They have no money. You get the point? But they are desperate for the 19 trucks. What did they do? They went to Espace.
Yes.
Right? Espace had to also invest $105 million for the trucks.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
So why is Espace not worried or having the same concerns that Ajib has? Why will Espace not reject the proposal that never changed, the terms never changed? Yeah. Why did they not reject the proposal that Ajib rejected?
For 2 or 3 reasons.
Right.
One, Espace really wanted to be part of the mbalit, or not the waste management solution in the country. That's one. Number 2, because we are a vehicle company,
right?
We can have the vehicles as a guarantee. We've done it before.
Right.
Okay? And why is because if at all it didn't work, for example, Espace will get back the vehicles, and Espace can, as a business, can even set up a waste management company. So all these factors are put into place for you to get into a business.
No.
We knew at the end of the day that we are a vehicle company, or we can sell it to another client as well.
No.
So we don't have any problem with that.
No.
Well,
Mr. Jha,
totally.
can you kindly tell me the implication of the joint venture partnership agreement between Quantum Net Company and Gambia Islamic Bank?
Yes.
May I please, Chair,
Yes.
may I please respectfully respond to the witnesses' 2 reasons as to why, and then the witness can proceed with that.
No, let me clarify, because
Okay,
I want
please,
to understand
please,
the issue
please
of-
proceed, yeah.
Please clarify for me this.
That we are,
Yes, this agreement.
yeah,
This
it's an
ve-
agreement between
Yes.
Espace Quantum Net and Ajib Bank for partnership financing, basically. So what it does, in Islamic banking, you can do partnerships you can jointly fund a project or one of the entities funding it exclusively, and that's where the profit sharing depends. If, for example, this is 105 million, and I do 50%, and Ajib does 50%, then we share 50%. If Ajib does more, then it takes more. So in this case, 60-40, we agreed. So Ajib would always put more money